I'm joined by the good Professor Matt Diggs from theoldcoach.com. Matt, I appreciate you joining with us. We are talking lower classifications this week, and Argyle, they don't rebuild, they reload, so we don't really need to mess with them. But I would like to hear about some teams that you think that we should kind of keep an eye on in the 4A and below.
Yeah, absolutely. 4A, we can talk about Argyle all day, but that district, 7-4A, is a serious district. Melissa has a lot of really good players coming back. Sam Finnegan, their quarterback, really good player. And Paris, Paris a little bit outside the area, but they are in that district. The quarterback's son, Hohenberger, not really a son, but kind of like a son to him. He's going to be coming back next year. So that district, Argyle may not even win District 7 4A next year. I mean, that's how good that district is. But a team in 4A Division 2 that I want you to keep an eye on, and I might even send you to the game at some point, as if I have that sort of power, is Aubrey. I think Aubrey has the chance to be really, really good in 4A Division 2. They had 3 sophomores that had all-district qualifications last year, and Jet Runyon, Brayton Colgrove, and Jacob Palladino, and I think Aubrey is going to be a team you really need to keep an eye on for 2021.
I saw that Colgrove kid. They threw a C on his jersey, and he wasn't even I think he was a sophomore last year.
Yeah.
Might be a junior coming into this year. He already got the C. So I know he's somebody we need to look at for sure. Is there any specific players that you might have you pinpointed, other than the ones you've mentioned, that somebody we can look out for as well?
Yeah, I think if you want to go down just a little bit to 3A, Ish Harris, Pilot Point running back, he's going to be really good next year. Nathan Jones from Brock, the big kid, tight end, has lots of platitudes. I think he's going to be fantastic. Also for Sunnyvale, Max Makeda, I think he's going to be a good one that we're going to keep an eye on as well.
Now you brought up Brockman before we let it go. Tell me what you think. Has Coach Worrell left the program in good hands? Do you think it's to the point where he built it up and now is a good time for him to leave to El Campo and the ship will just keep on floating down the river?
Yeah, Coach Mathis has a great pedigree. Weatherford, other than that a couple of years where they had some good talent, that he's done a lot of good things without that talent base. I think Brock will have that talent base, and I think that they are in good hands. But again, we won't know till we know, and he's going to have big shoes to fill. It's Coach Worrell, one of the best coaches in the state.
And he's run into a nice program down there in the Houston area too, with some nice running backs. But that's good to hear about Brock. And how about one last question? How about Grandview? They are finally the guys that I feel like have been there for God knows how long, because they've been playing since they were freshmen. They're finally gone.
Right.
Have they established themselves as a program where it's just a retool type deal?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to be down a little bit this year. I think a couple of teams are going to be down a little bit. I think Kennedale might be a little bit down. Springtown might be a little bit down. I think Caddo Mills and the smaller schools might be down. Grandview, just by, they do reload, but I think they're not going to be necessarily a state championship contender, but I think they will definitely be going to be 4 rounds deep.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. I appreciate you coming on with us. Hey, the next couple of weeks, we're starting to dive into 5A. We're going to go district by district. We're going to figure out we're going to pick your mind, figure out who you think's going to go deep, who you think's not going to go deep. I know you never hold back punches.
I'm glad you let Small School Digsy come on for a couple minutes.
There you go. You got 3 minutes of Small School Digsy. Now put them away. And next week, we'll be talking 5A stuff. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, next week.